Welcome. Today, we're going to break down exactly how electric cars work. From the battery to the motor, and even how they recharge when you brake, we'll cover all the essentials. Whether you're a car enthusiast or just curious about EVs, this guide is designed to make it easy to understand. Let's dive in. First up is the battery. Think of it as the powerhouse of the car, like the gas tank in a traditional vehicle, but instead of holding fuel, it stores electrical energy. Most electric vehicles use lithium-ion batteries, similar to the ones in your smartphone, but much larger. When you plug in an electric car to charge, you're essentially filling this battery with electricity. A fully charged EV battery can last anywhere from 100 to over 500 miles, depending on the model and battery capacity. This stored energy powers everything in the car, from the wheels to the onboard electronics. Next, let's talk about the electric motor. This is the part that actually drives the car forward. Electric motors convert the battery's electric energy into mechanical energy, which turns the wheels. Here's how it works. Electricity flows through coils inside the motor, creating a magnetic field. This magnetic field interacts with magnets inside the motor to create motion, spinning the motor's shaft, which ultimately turns the wheels. Unlike traditional gas engines, which have hundreds of moving parts, an electric motor is much simpler, with fewer parts to wear down. This means electric cars usually require less maintenance than their gas counterparts. So, how does the power from the motor reach the wheels? In most electric cars, there's no need for a complex transmission like in gas cars. Instead, the motor connects directly to the wheels through a single-speed transmission. This setup allows for smooth, instant acceleration. When you press the accelerator, the motor immediately powers the wheels, giving electric vehicles their signature quick response and fast acceleration. One of the coolest features of electric cars is something called regenerative braking. When you slow down or apply the brakes, the car's electric motor reverses its role and starts working as a generator. Instead of using up energy, it produces energy, which is then sent back to recharge the battery. Think of it as a form of energy recycling. This not only helps to recharge the battery a bit while you drive, but it also reduces wear and tear on the brakes. In a traditional car, braking generates heat and wears down the brake pads. But in an EV, regenerative braking slows the car more efficiently and extends the life of the brake system. So, how do you keep an EV charged? Charging is a big part of electric vehicle ownership, but it's pretty straightforward. Most EVs come with different charging options. Level 1, which uses a standard household outlet, Level 2, which is a faster home or public charger, and DC fast chargers, which can charge an EV to 80% in about 30 minutes. Many EV owners charge their cars at home overnight, so they wake up with a full battery each day. Public charging stations are also becoming more common, making it easier to recharge on the go. The type of charging you choose depends on how quickly you need to power up your car. Electric cars are also better for the environment. Unlike gasoline cars, EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, which means they don't release pollutants that contribute to climate change and air pollution. If charged using renewable energy like solar or wind power, electric cars become even more eco-friendly. By reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and decreasing emissions, EVs play a crucial role in the transition to cleaner and more sustainable transportation. Before we wrap up, let's quickly go over some pros and cons of electric cars. Advantages include lower maintenance, zero emissions, quiet operation, instant torque, and regenerative braking. But there are some challenges too. EVs can be more expensive up front, charging infrastructure is still growing in some areas, and it takes longer to charge than it does to fill up a gas tank. However, with advances in technology and more charging stations, these drawbacks are decreasing over time. Thanks for tuning in to our beginner's guide on how electric cars work. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about electric vehicles and the future of transportation, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. We'd love to know if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover next.